What's up, everybody? It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Today, we talk Goerge Pickens, defensive help on the way, all the things you need to know. Just go ahead and start this thing. Meow. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast on a Tuesday. And we're happy that you're with us. We spent a lot of time on Dak Prescott yesterday and probably not enough on Goerge Pickens. He needs his time to shine. Today would be a great day to sign up to be a diehard as well. With us here at DLLS, your best coverage for your sports teams anywhere in the world, much less in DFW. And we got a sweet deal going on. The limited time branded Bills DLLS hat is there. $59 for a full year of diehard status plus that DLLS hat. And if you'd rather have a T-shirt from the merch store, well, $36 for 1 year. We got a great sale going on for you. That intro offer's right there in the comments for you or in the description. All right, have yourselves a time. Welcome in. My name is Jeff. I'm next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Get yourself going right there, man. Shout out to Jesse Coons.
Shout out to Jesse.
Shout out to Jesse. First one in the chat today.
Yeah. Next to Jesse is
Coons,
the greatest beat writer.
like you usually said, Coons.
Greatest beat writer. I don't know if that's allowed to be a drop, John, but if it is, I need that one.
There's your new. There's your new Clarence drop right there.
Right there.
The greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
What I heard was Jesse is a Coons.
Clarence got offered.
What's the man's name?
Clarence got offered a new job by Schotty yesterday to be the new clock operator at AT&T Stadium.
I found out apparently it's an NFL job.
It is an NFL job,
But it is the person apparently does live around here somewhere, so they did a bad job.
Clarence would have missed it too. He'd have been on his phone.
He'd have been asleep.
He'd have been on his phone.
Yeah.
He for sure.
That's why the clock would have ran out. He would have no idea.
That's true.
to
That's
stop
true.
it.
That's right.
He would help.
Why would you stop the clock?
That's true. You would have on your phone. You might be perfect for it.
Next to Clarence is the second greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, but hard charging for number one, Mr.
Hard
Ali
charging.
Jawad. I'd like to dedicate my performance on today's show to T-Pain.
Oh,
Okay.
You know T?
That's good.
I don't know T-Pain, but I was surprised to
TP.
find out because he was such an
Oh.
auto-tuned man that
Yeah.
the dude can actually sing his ass off.
You can.
I have no
TP.
idea. Well, you didn't have to do all that.
Only man in history that's ever made Wisconsin and Mansion rhyme.
I mean, you just do what you got to do to make it work. You know? I feel like the rap game takes more liberties with that than other genres. I don't think you catch that in country. You know, they wouldn't even
Favorite
try it.
T-Pain song?
I'm in love with the stripper.
Whoa!
Obviously.
Okay.
With a stripper.
So,
I thought that was Kevin Gray in Vegas.
Wow. That's that.
Kevin Gray's in the chat, man.
but he's in Vancouver now.
But he was in Vegas. Well,
Kevin, why do the Mavericks have training camp in Vancouver? Is Nico just trying to hide from all of America? Like,
They did it last year.
is that what they did?
Yeah.
Probably what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't pay
Oh, like,
attention.
KG,
Football guy.
you putting a lot of miles on that passport, bro. KG been in the airport lately.
Getting stamps.
Man, he was in Vegas 2 weeks ago, right? 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
In the VIP.
Now he in
Him and GMB.
Vancouver.
Well, I bet wifey is wearing you
Oh,
out.
the
at
daughter.
the
You
house.
leave me here with the
you
baby?
Make me do
Oh.
all the work.
Oh, yeah.
Goerge Pickens was awesome against the Packers. And he had, 6 catches for about $130, $134, and 2 tutties. Look at them squiggly lines. I like a good chart. I love a chart. Not a lot of variation on there, though, if you want to be honest.
Me,
But it doesn't matter, though.
I need y'all to get off that variation.
It doesn't
It
matter.
ended in the end zone.
It doesn't matter. I'm just looking at it, kind of stuck out to me. I was just like, man, there's a lot of lines going kind of the same way. But I'll take it. Be good enough at it. I don't
ended in
get
the
it.
end
Mike Irvin ran the bang 9 to the Hall of Fame.
Bang 8.
Bang 8.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Bang 8.
Can I tell you,
Yeah,
and let's just stick on Goerge Pickens for a second because I don't need to get sidetracked.
Bang 8 to the Hall of Fame.
But you can see he lines up out wide a whole lot, and amongst the guys in the NFL, the targets, the receptions, the tutties, and the yards, just one of the best to still be doing mostly the I am X receiver man. And I do want to give credit on the Pickens conversation to Brian Schottenheimer because we saw the squiggly lines, and I talked about how there wasn't a lot different. But there is a decent amount different, and I want to give Schotty credit for it. Because as I was going through, I accidentally made notes on my notepad app on my computer
That you left at the crib.
that was at the house. I never copy and pasted, put it anywhere. But he did line him up. Like, he's in condensed formations. He's playing the Z where he's off the ball, and there's a guy that's in the slot right inside. Like, they're doing more than just go out there and run the slant. They are putting him in different places, not necessarily as the guy who's in motion, but they're doing a lot with him, and he is showing, yeah, I'll line up over there. I'll line up over there. And we don't have CeeDee Lamb. I'll take care of you. And I think Goerge Pickens put his stamp on. See, I'm still not willing to say he's a wide receiver one. But Goerge Pickens, when you needed him the most, Goerge Pickens balled out. That man deserves his credit.
No, he does. And for this game, with the first game minus CeeDee Lamb, you have a guy in Goerge Pickens who all eyes were on Goerge Pickens, right? It's been that way for a while, mostly because people want to see if and when he'll crack and those things that negatively have been said about him will show themselves. But you went out there against a very, very good defense, and you showed up in a major way. The catch down the sideline, a wow moment, not surprised. That's what he's always done, right? Those type of catches is what he was brought to the Cowboys for. It's what he did in college, is what he did at Pittsburgh. And so the big thing is now is because if we're being honest, Goerge Pickens has another good matchup this week. He has Sauce Gardner. And I don't know, they'll probably move around. And Sauce Gardner is a grabber. He is a holder. He's a handsy type of dude.
Tall dudes be cheating at corner.
And he gets flagged.
He gets flagged a lot for it. But that's another matchup that he has to come and show for. But for the Green Bay Packers game, Goerge Pickens balled. He balled. And without every single one of his catches, maybe this game doesn't end in time. Like,
they
at
don't win
all.
that game at all, right?
They had to do all those things. You had to block an extra point
they
running
don't
back.
have to, yeah. They don't win that tie at all.
They don't win that tie at
Yeah,
all.
they did win that tie.
They won that
I just
tie.
want to say they won
that tie.
If you're the underdog, you won the tie.
They don't win that tie at all without Goerge Pickens.
That's what I'm talking about. Win the tie.
And the thing about George is, which was so disappointing about the Chicago game, he didn't get a lot of catches, but he should have caught that ball. And that's why he was upset. They were, oh, George threw his helmet. It's George is coming. Now he's frustrated because he catches the ball with his hand. The dude has good hands. He's not a dropper. You can criticize CeeDee. He's been at the top of the league in drops. He gets a lot of targets, but he has dropped the ball. George don't drop the ball.
You didn't take shots at CeeDee for no reason. That man's hurt. Boot.
I didn't take a shot. I just looked at the numbers. The numbers will tell you that he's among the league leaders in drops. He gets a lot of opportunities too.
He does.
So you got more opportunities to drop. So that is what it is. He can catch the ball. But George does not drop the ball. I mean, he has strong hands. That's why he makes those contested catches. That's why that Chicago play, even though it may not have made a difference in the game, was so disappointing to him and the Cowboys because they really thought they had a chance to get a touchdown. They'd make it 31-21, and then we'll see late in the fourth quarter. But what we saw against Green Bay is what the Cowboys hoped and predicted, and hope they can build on that going forward for sure. And it's he said all the right. Like I said in the camp in the spring that we don't know what he was there. We know what we said. He said people said he was because we weren't there. I know since he's been there, he's been intentional about trying to do the right things, to be honest about who he was and everything else. And he's in press conferences, he said all the right things. He's been purposeful. I've talked to him off the podium about being intentional about putting his best foot forward. He's trying to do that. He's also been honest. It was he told Schotty, hey, I might be late to a meet or two, but I'm your dog. I do have my warrants.
I appreciate you getting out in front of that. I appreciate you getting out in front of that. Now I'm going to make sure that I get all my P's and Q's. But hey, just so you know,
every once in a blue.
I might be late for a meeting or two. And I asked Schotty, has it been late? We ain't going to talk about it.
Talk about that.
Let's talk about these damn catches, okay? He makes these catches, and he's been a good teammate. He's been a good soldier in the locker room. And just Jerry talked about it. He's been exemplary. I don't know what people thought about him as a teammate, but I've seen him playing ping pong. He was playing ping pong. He was the first person, the only person in the locker room. Was 2 people in the locker room when we got there yesterday on Monday. Everybody was in meetings. He was playing ping pong.
Okay, so he was late to the meeting.
No, the meeting was over. His meeting was out, but he was in there playing ping pong.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that
Who's
he's
he
not
playing
afraid
against?
to.
Getting dubs. He looked strong.
I have no idea who was playing against out there.
It wasn't one of the hits. It wasn't a hit.
It's always
practice
It
squad guy.
wasn't, it wasn't a hit maker. So,
no.
You can't go home, play me in ping pong.
Probably film off.
But the fact that he's there, because a lot of times guys who are malcontents don't want to be in the locker room. They want to be with me. They go hide or they leave, or I'm going. A lot of guys who don't like talking to the media, want the media being around, and they leave, or they go to the weight room, or they go to get lunch or whatever else during the media time. He's not afraid to be in there, and he's been okay. And Jerry talked about him being an exemplary teammate. He also talked about, because Jerry can't let the Michael Parsons trade go, right? Well, since he's so good and he's doing so well, are you going to sign him and call Mulugeta, excuse me.
You're close. You're doing great.
Are you going to call Mulugeta, who was at the game on Sunday? And Jerry was on the radio this morning on the flagship station saying, yeah, we can get that done. The decisions I made on this contract, that money I saved on that certain contract, we can make that happen.
All right, let's
do it, Jerry.
Let's do it.
No, Pittsburgh too. When he was in Pittsburgh, he had played with 5 different starting quarterbacks. He had 9 100-yard games during his time in Pittsburgh. Great job on Sunday night. That's a good way to start things off to prove you are number one. The thing like in Pittsburgh though is you always ask, is he a number one? Well, it's hard to identify that when you're playing with so many different quarterbacks. He's playing now with one consistent quarterback in Dak Prescott. So over the next few weeks, that should continue to build. And when CeeDee Lamb comes back in, I mean, it should be the exciting offense that, knowing that those two are building their chemistry with CeeDee Lamb out now, he's getting more targets his way. Once CeeDee Lamb comes back, we should expect that very exciting offense that Dak Prescott noted prior to the start of the season. But even more now that him and Pickens are getting more and more on the same page moving forward.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns already?
Yeah, he
4 in the
does.
last 3 weeks.
And you might want him to dial it back a little bit.
Yeah, because the money going up.
Because Jerry can say whatever he wants right now. But, Jerry, go ahead. Sign him. I can say that because he won't. And if he keeps playing well, in 6 weeks, we'll be hearing about how there's only so much pie because his number got too high on us. And, we're going to have to get rid of George now. And we're going to have to or what we could do, CeeDee making too much pie and getting hurt on
Tip
us.
him out?
We could trade him.
Let's not go there.
Have 6 first-round picks.
Let's not anger these guys
And
anymore.
then how many Pro Bowlers
But
can you
the
have?
thing at this point, if you're Pickens and you're Mulugeta, why would I sign now? Unless you blow me away,
Right.
I'm gonna take my.
Because you're going to call him up. Just keep cruising. Keep cruising.
Just keep going.
Don't stop the show for that. It's gonna get us that's how you get in trouble is you acknowledge it. You just
I'm
keep
not
going.
acknowledging
You
anything. I'm
didn't
just
say
saying
anything
that
weird.
unless you give me a contract, I can't refuse. Unless you give me a CeeDee Lamb level contract,
Right.
I'm gonna take my chance of free agency.
Which obviously
When
they're
I
not
got
going
32 teams
Right.
who can bid on me instead of one team.
Yeah.
So it's gonna get to a point of no return where like, yeah, I know y'all want to sign me, but if y'all ain't coming to my number, I take my chance because I got your number's in my back pocket now.
Yeah.
Unless they what? The deal?
I'll say blow them away,
Okay.
which
Make the
they
deal.
probably won't. I wouldn't think that they would.
I wouldn't.
It would be really nice.
What it tastes like.
It would be really nice to get that done because I believe what their plan is going to be is our offense is what it is, right? We're good at this. Dak is here. We have all these offensive linemen. If you could keep Pickens and you have CeeDee, you could basically say, hey, I've got 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years, plus whatever cap space you want to talk about, which they'll probably use on one-year deals just to fill up the cap and won't add any good players. But if you wanted to, like, all of that is defense, every bit of it.
Yeah, but that's not how he rolls. He rolls offensively. That's what gives me a little bit of, if there's a little bit of glimmer of hope that he'll sign a guy, he'll sign a guy on offense.
On offense, yeah.
They'll draft you a second-round DN now.
Like he'll sign a guy on offense and load that offense up because he knows that's what will sell tickets.
Yeah.
That will get people in the stands. We know that defensive pieces are absolutely necessary and needed for the overall success.
Right.
But we've also said on this same show, the old man's not worried about overall success. He's worried about box office stuff.
Yeah.
And box office stuff is to be able to march out here and go, boy, I got me a quarterback. I got me 2 studs outside, and we going TBT2 that thing.
You can't.
You do you.
I'm going to start making up letters for KBBU.
You do.
Why'd you
KRBC.
mess up his letters?
Work it through.
Why'd you mess up his
What is it again?
Why you mess up his acronym?
What do I want him to do?
Acronym.
He catches the ball, and then I want him to
Oh,
P. Nope.
PTB2.
That's it.
There we go.
Pat that B 2 times.
Got it.
And then throw it to
Hope
George
those phonics works for me.
PTB2. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. They do have one of the best offenses in football. They do have maybe the worst defense in football. What are we going to do about that? Jerry told us, and it's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Oh, we got an oldie but goodie back. I see what you guys did there too, man, though. I read these copy points.
Yeah.
And you changed what you said on your old boy. I know we might have got a little carried away.
You did.
Well, how we used to say things, but Mando was where we did.
And did.
We did a
I wanna
little
see what
bit.
they changed.
Yeah, they changed it. None of that other stuff they put in there. But
Ain't no
Mando's where.
Grundle in here?
Yeah, no, there's no Grundle. There's no none of that. None of that. They don't give you.
did.
They don't give you no taint. They don't give you anything in there. What they do give you is ball is here, crisp air football, and maybe a bonfire or two. But if you like most guys, you're still putting in that hard work, and yeah, that means sweat. Don't let your body odor sideline you. Head on over to shopmando.com and get your starter kit right now. Use the promo code DLLS and get $5 off that starter kit. Well, what's in the starter kit, Jesse? I will tell you. In that starter kit, you get a stick of deodorant, you get Cream 2 deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash or the deodorant wipes, all shipped for free. So head over to shopmando.com, use the promo code DLLS and get $5 off a starter pack.
Trying to see if I won my prize picks last night. I play a lot. I don't remember what I picked last night. I know Tyreek Hill got hurt, so I think that they'll let me make it on that one.
Man.
I picked him to get a tutty, but he got hurt.
Man.
And that's the thing. They'll forgive you on that one. They say don't worry about that one. Prize picks. All you got to do is make your picks on different player projections. For instance, here's some ones. Like, will Saquon Barkley score a touchdown? Will Josh Allen have more or less than 270 passing yards, et cetera, et cetera? You make 2 to 6 different player stat projections. I'm kind of a coward. I tend to go with 2. I just try to double up my monies. You know, I'm not trying to get crazy with it, but you can try to get crazy with it. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. That's how it works on Prize Picks, and it makes games a lot of fun. Download the app today, Prize Picks. Use the code DLLS. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DLLS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineups. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Now, the Cowboys offense has been cooking. They've been cooking, and the Cowboys defense, not so much.
Hit
Once
that
again,
like button, y'all.
They give up 4. Hit the like button. What are we at, 58? That's a decent start, but it's not enough. What would you like? Give me a name that is the guy that can help this Cowboys. Not turn it around. I'm looking help this Cowboys defense, because Jerry used the words that he was going to use. We called this. He hadn't gone all the way in on it yet, but after one more bad defensive performance, he will quote and say trade deadline. He'll be like, it'll be just like trade deadline that we got, because he said help is on the way for the defense on 105.3 The Fan this morning. The only name he specifically mentioned was DeMarvion Overshown, but he did mention that they're seeing improvement in Donovan Ezeraku, Jadeveon Clowney, and those are a big part of what can also change for this Cowboys defense. So what I want to start off is, how about those 3 names? Overshown, Ezeraku, Clowney. Do you count that as help is on the way? And will there be improvement in those spots?
You forgot Revel.
Did he say Revel?
He didn't, but he's on the way.
Okay,
At
yeah,
some
Revel
point.
is on.
Schotty
Revel
was asked about it yesterday, so
Revel
Well,
is.
he's one of the top picks.
Yeah.
You know, everybody thought he was gonna be ready to start the season. Remember in the spring when everybody got mad, why you so grumpy? I say he's injured. He has an ACL. He's not gonna be ready for week 1.
He also played like.
Don't take a shot.
I'm just
Don't
saying,
take a shot.
he's
I know
not
you about.
gonna be
I
ready
know
in
he
week
about. I
1.
know he about to
said
take a
this.
shot at. Leave our boy alone.
I'm just saying.
Leave our boy alone.
Well, why are you so grumpy? I'm not grumpy, man. I've seen ACL.
You can make Special Agent Hoyt mad if you want to, but he's gonna start
I'm
getting
not
up
even
in
talking
your
about
business.
Hoyt, though. But I see him. Are we talking about the 20-minute conversation?
Yeah, I thought you was about to go. I thought you was about to
He's
go.
not going to be ready week 1. He might not even be ready week 5.
And see, so this is the thing that, like, I look in the chat and I see Austin, right? And Austin says Revel will be the best cover corner once he's
Based
back.
on what?
Based
haven't
on
seen anything.
And I talked to him. He's still working on his confidence. You know, it's about being confident. He don't know. He told me yesterday, you know, I got to go get another MRI and check it out, because he was supposed to be back this week, and there's a chance he won't be back this week. You know, and even when he comes back, It's one thing to be healthy, which is it's another thing to be.
Shout out to Joe Hoy.
20-minute conversation.
Shout out to Joe Hoy.
What's up, Joe?
Tell him something, Joe.
Joe.
Tell him something, Joe. That 20-minute combo, baby.
It's one thing to be healthy, another thing to be confident and playing at your best. And the Cowboys need you playing at your best. They don't need you just back on the field like did. We need you healthy. We need you to be playing well to help this defense. Because the goal is not to be back on the field. The goal is to help the defense get better, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we need you at your confident best, okay? Your full best. And that's the goal. And so that's why you want to, and something you talked about even with Overshown, being healthy and being back. Is it going to be Overshown? Or just going to be a guy in the 0 jersey? Because it's not just about being healthy, it's about being able to run with fluidity, run with confidence, run, cut, and be reckless. He's a guy that plays with reckless abandon.
Yep.
And that just doesn't show up because the guy says you got a clean bill of health.
Yeah, and I do think that Ezeraku, you can, I don't know if I could say you could count on it, but
He's
I
gonna
do
get
think that
better.
he's getting better, and I think it makes sense that he'll get better. Still really haven't seen him as the part of his game that I thought coming into the league he'd be best at, which is he was a guy coming into the league that had 747 pass rush moves. I haven't seen him. But I do think that he is putting better tape out there as you go, and that's natural. Clowney in game 1, boy, we could do a full tape review of that.
It wasn't bad. According to PFF, he was one of the highest graded Cowboy defenders.
I hadn't seen their grades, but I did watch him, and I would say, yeah, he played okay. It was just funny. He's funny. He's a funny player because he's
skinny.
He is skinny, and like he used to be a more powerful player.
Yeah.
Not one time in that game are you going to see him go whop and like control the point. He was doing all right and making some plays with some hectic, high motor, upright athleticism, and it was a weird combination, but he did get the job done a decent amount. Like, it's hard to have too much praise for any defensive player when your defense is that bad. But Clowney's not off to a bad start. Ezeraku should get better. Revel, I think if you're being realistic, I have zero expectation for Revel at all. Like, he may get a uniform, but I think if you expect a guy who from East Carolina played 3 games his junior year, coming off of an ACL with no camp and just whenever it's like, yes, you can physically go out there, to expect to get a contribution from him, I think is just really optimistic.
And asking you're the tape watcher, right?
Don't ask me about Revel in college. Don't.
What the hell are you here? Aren't you the guy that watches tape and grab guys?
I did.
Been watching them since they was in junior high school and know everything.
I watched him. I studied him. I graded him. I did all of that.
Okay.
I think he got picked where his tape should have got him picked.
Okay.
I know there was a lot of talk of like Revel's the best corner in this draft, and some of that came from like guys that I really respect. My guy Dane Brugler had him as cornerback number 1. I love Dane. I think he's a toolsy guy.
Okay, but the question is he a zone or man corner? That's what I'm saying. Does he fit what they do?
He can do both.
Okay,
I think he can do both. Because his thing is that he is the fast, long.
He's long and fast.
So like
right.
when you're talking about playing a deep third, yeah, absolutely. Because I can run, and you throw a ball down the field, yeah, I can go get it. He had ball production in college. I just don't think, like, as a man corner, I don't think that he was like consistently, watch out, you're not going to throw at that guy, and that was at East Carolina. Like, I see the tools that people love, but I think a lot of times people who say like, oh, he would have been a top 15 pick. If he was, you would have been picking those tools and been like, watch what I turn him into. He wasn't some lockdown finished product.
Well, good thing that they don't really ask their corners to be lockdown corners.
That's true. That's true.
That's a good point.
That's true.
That's a good point.
All right.
Help is on the way.
Help is on the way. So the next question is, do you want the Cowboys to go outside and get help for this team this year?
Do I want to?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Looking at me.
Absolutely. Yes. Because your defense is not a talented defense. Like, I know that there may be some guys that have been on this, that are on this defense now, that may have come from high number 1 draft picks. But, and this is I hear you when you even said it, Clarence. Yeah. Talent matters.
Right.
And the more talent you acquire, the better you are to run certain schemes and things of that nature. You can't, like I tweeted the other day, you can't lack discipline and lack talent.
You tweeted that. That was a good tweet. It was a
Like,
good tweet.
You can't, and right now they lack discipline and they lack talent.
Like you can't be ugly and mean.
Exactly. You can't be ugly
up.
and mean. You gotta have some sort of beautiful characteristics about you. And so this is a talent-driven league. I'm sorry. Like, there's a reason why dudes get picked the way that they get picked, get paid the way that they get picked. And the teams that win normally have really, really talented dudes in specific situations and positions. The Cowboys don't have that right now. They don't have a go-to guy on this defense. They have a collection of dudes who they're hoping could step up and do certain things when they need to do certain things. So going out and getting talent, go getting closers, go getting force multipliers, go getting all these different things that help you out in matters throughout this game. So, but now on the other hand is, for what? Is there talent out there to go get? Like, I know that we're going to say Trey Henderson.
I like you fighting yourself. I like that.
But
like
yes, I want to acquire talent, but
you should do it one from this way and then one back this way.
Yeah. I know people are saying, like, I get the tweets and they're like,
that ain't water.
Go get Justin Simmons, right? And they're like, I'm like, who does he play for this year? They're like, nobody. I'm like,
why?
Okay, God bless. Like, there's a reason why he's not playing for anybody right now. Like, good players are acquired by teams. You don't think teams that can't use a safety, right? The Houston Texans got rid of a safety and took our player off our practice squad to go play safety for them. Yeah. If Justin Simmons was so good, they would have signed him. So there's a lot of different things that you can look at that.
You can't do that.
Clarence, what are you doing?
I'm carrying water, bringing my little Jerry Fred. Come on, man.
Okay.
Listen to me. You know why you go get somebody? And the goal is, you talking about can they get better? First of all, you got nowhere to go but up.
No, that's not true.
Technically, they're 31 in some things.
Well, they're 31
so they could
in
be
points.
32 in everything.
They're 31 in points over 4 games. They're actually 32 in points over the last 3 games.
Okay.
Okay, because they had the solid outing against the Eagles. The Eagles didn't try to throw the ball down the field.
Yeah,
you can stay right there. You don't have to go up.
Yeah, you can. But there's only one way to go if you're going to go somewhere is up because you're already at the bottom.
Right.
Okay.
Started at the bottom. Now we stayed.
Yeah. So I would like to say this. Your offense is humming. Players was in the league. Let's be honest about that. You got CeeDee on the coming back. Don't do that. Anyway, John, watch yourself.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
It's wide open.
Yeah, the league
it's wide open. I mean, the idea that we have no chance. Who says that?
Eagles are falling apart.
Who's good?
They're
4-0. Come on, Jeff. They're 4-0.
They're falling apart.
Until they lose.
They're 4-0, but again, some of that is they're beatable.
They are.
They're beatable. And I'm going to say this wide. There's no big bad 49ers.
Nope.
Okay.
No, there isn't.
Okay. There's no big bad Washington. They wouldn't. They can beat Washington with Jaydon Daniels. Who's good? Just get when they talk about you saw what you did against the Packers, a team that everybody thought, hey, this is a Super Bowl team with Michael Parsons. They went toe to toe with them, right?
Detroit was gross in week 1. They look good now.
I mean, I understand that, but you want to. But my point is, just do whatever you can to get in the tournament and see what happens. You may fall into something, okay? And again, my point has been you're not paying Dak and CeeDee for 4 years from now. Maximize. Dak is playing the best football. Everybody's saying he's playing the best football in his career right now. Let's maximize that now. If you're going to bring these guys coming back, do some of the trade deadline to improve your chances to win now. Because it's wide the freak open. There is no big bad wolf.
I got a little nervous right there.
No,
I did.
I
said, well, he's.
It is wide open.
No, it is.
Busted wide open.
No, I'm not.
Busted wide open.
I'm not.
It's open. I'm just saying.
I won't do that.
There's no big bad wolf out there. There's no team that says they're the Super Bowl. There's no Kansas City or on that side. I mean, in the NFC is wide open.
Ali,
do you think one trade really fixes all the problems though on defense? Like, do you think bringing in a Trey Hendrickson is going to fix what's going on in the pass defense, going on the linebacker? Yeah, it's going to make your defense better because you get more pressure on the quarterback.
I like it with one play the other day. One play.
Okay, but what are you willing to part? Okay.
Don't keep him at 40.
So are you willing to part with the picks you got in return, Micah, for now, just to try and better this team for this one season, knowing you have an owner who probably wants to show the world, I made this trade, and I can turn those picks into something special for my team?
I don't think you have to give up a first-round pick to get some help. And you're talking about the 4 first-round picks. That's what Jerry's. I don't know if you have to make on a guy on a 1-year deal I don't know if you have to give
If
a
it's
first-round
outside
pick.
those picks,
And-
okay, I'm with you, but
Yeah,
I'm not
and
trying to
that's-
give those first-round picks. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about doing something. I don't know with guys on a team that's not going anywhere. If it gets to the point where it's the Bengals and or Tennessee and they have no future, and those guys you want to get rid of those guys. I don't know if it's going to take a first-round pick, but that's why you do the negotiation. You know, if the phone ain't ringing, that ain't me a calling. What Jerry like to say? Whatever.
I don't know.
In the bottom
Nothing
line
he
is
says,
that's why you negotiate. But the point is, you should be trying to win now, however it is. Try to win now.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, it's time for a Tote That Thing.
Tote
On
that
Tuesday, We got to
thing!
tote that thing. Something from this week's game you want to see them carry forward into next week's game. We're toting that thing next.
Shout out to my friends at Big Brothers, Big Sisters. If you have some spare time, if you have the care and love in your heart, if you're looking at ways to become better for your community, for your society, sign up to be a Big. There are tons of littles across the DFW, across the country that can use good mentorship, good people, man, especially the guys, the fellas. We need you. The Big Brothers and Big Sisters program needs you. And here's how you can sign up for that. You can head on over to bbbs.org/ALLCITY to begin the process of signing up to be a Big. Now, you may ask yourself the question, well, what do I do once I sign up, Jesse? Signing up is where you have to do. That's the part, your part. The organization sets up everything else for you. They're going to walk you through this thing, going to give you outings. People will donate tickets to different functions, but all it takes is for you to open up your heart and give up the time as a Big to one of these littles. So head on over to bbbs.org/ALLCITY and sign up to be a Big today.
Also, we want you to sign up and join the Supporters Club on YouTube. You know you want to have the official Supporters Club badge. You want to be like Nux. I like that Nux is a fan of the Supporters Club. That's what his pennant is cheering for. He's cheering for you if you're a part of the Supporters Club. And if you do that, it is the true sicko level stuff. If you want to have the supporters badge next to your name, those things do change over time, and so you'll always have the original one if you get in now. And it gets you access to exclusive emojis and more. Some of those emojis you can see on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. Get the Club Pop Pop emoji, a random silhouette of a tall man doing a fadeaway. Whoever could it be? Bing bong, the
Bing bong
brow.
boom.
Brow going to be wearing glasses the rest of his career. He'll be all right. He's better than Luka, tell you that.
Should be
Kenny
going. It
Clark.
should be at Shady Rays.
Or Mike, yeah, get you some Shady Rays. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast, and it's time to tote that thing. There. By the way, I looked something up just a second ago because you're talking about how Pickens catches the ball, and I was like, I bet he has big old hands. So I looked up his combine. Small hands.
Really?
Goerge Pickens is a small hand guy. I don't know how he. Yeah.
Strong hand guy.
Yeah, I know.
Strong hand.
I assumed
we need to
big.
bring in the tape measure so we can get the measurement of
I
all
think
our
I'm
hands.
about
Strong
9,
hand.
and his are smaller than that.
Dang.
He's at 8 3/4, man. He
Strong.
like Goerge Pickens is strong handed with D.
But check this out. Check this out.
Yeah.
Long arms.
Yeah.
Long arms.
Long arm, tiny hand. That's a weird build.
Okay.
Not that kind of guy. Not that guy. What you doing? What you doing?
Okay.
What you doing? What you doing, man? Hey, the tickle game is old school, man. Don't do the tickle game. That's old school. What you
Ali,
doing? Why you
between
tickling
y'all.
me? What you
Ali,
doing? That's
tote
old school.
that thing.
John, I hate that I'm about to go on the defensive side, but the name
What
of this
are
game.
you
Hold
doing?
on.
What are you doing?
The name of this game is something to carry over to next week.
Oh.
And I'm just going to say one thing. James Houston had a sack forced fumble.
He did.
Moments later, Cowboys scored a touchdown. So, carry it over this week that the Jets are 5th in turnovers committed this season so far through 4 games.
All right.
So
I see what you're doing
the
here.
plan there
I see what
on
you're doing.
defense,
Cook
someone,
then.
just
Cook.
someone.
Cook, Ali.
I don't care who you are.
Cook.
Get one turnover, put the offense in position to score points, make their life easier. Just one play, and Dak Prescott on the offense say, cool, that's all we needed. We can take it from there. That's all we need.
Coach Schottenheimer talks about winning the turnover battle, right? And
Yes.
they won a turnover battle in that game against Green Bay. Unfortunately, the game ended in a tie. But most of the time, when you win the turnover battle, the
And get a special
percentages,
teams play.
the percentages
That too.
of that usually yields to you winning football games. So I like where you're going right there, Ali. It's a good- it's a good thing right there.
And add in scoring points on special teams. Yeah, you usually win those games.
I didn't. You know what? When you said defense,
Man.
Ali,
I didn't know where you were going.
I had questions.
I had to say it first, and then let me come in.
That was
Good cook.
my point.
That's a good
After
cook.
the game, Jerry's like,
Wow, you guys up a bit.
I just knew we was gonna get a turnover in the second half. I just knew we was gonna get a turnover in overtime.
Why?
That was Because they was due. He said they was due.
They got it in the first half from a player
They
that we
was
think was
due.
going to
That's
give
why.
it to
That's why you kicked the field goal because you're hoping that
him. Oh,
that turnover comes.
I wish Jerry
go again.
knew what he was doing.
It's like against the Giants. Russell Wilson threw that. Had been throwing dots all the game. At the end of the game, he threw that punt up.
Clarence Hill, Schulenberg flash.
Tote that thing.
Y'all see that?
Yeah, go ahead,
Because
Lil.
it was perfect ball placement.
They had to catch itself. They can catch itself,
Dropped
right?
in a bucket.
Yeah.
What?
Bucket gonna
Oh,
drop.
like Pickens, boy.
Why didn't you play
You do
football when
have
you were
small
younger?
hands.
Of course, sir.
What, 65 or something?
Dropping the ball since I was 8th
Back
grade.
when receivers line up as linemen? Is that when you played
Yeah,
football?
they would put hands on the ground. Tote that thing, brother.
Did they have helmets when you played?
That's
We
wow.
gonna do this?
That's crazy.
You seen hockey back in the day? They had goalies, no helmet.
Yeah.
We ain't no pad. We ain't no padding those things.
No.
He had the big oversized shoulder pad.
I still had those.
Oh my God.
I had those in 03 still.
Little
My shoulder pads
oversized
were
shoulder.
huge.
Man, I got 8mm tape. I don't know if you got 8mm.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, God. Back in the day,
Got a 9mm, you know what I'm saying?
back in the day, you
I'm
had to watch
safe.
film on 8mm. They had to actually
Oh, you can hear
travel
it?
the tape. Yeah, had to do 8mm tape. But
Movie theater gets shut down because the
boy,
little thing
we had
stopped
to-
spinning. Equipment was
All
broke.
that tape, all that stuff like that. But one time I had scored a touchdown and I did my little end zone dance. You know, you weren't supposed to do that back in the 80s.
Well, Emmett told you no one does that, not the greats.
Coach rewound that thing. Clarence, don't you ever do? But he rewound it in slow motion. That thing looked even better.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did the slow motion. Told that thing. Obviously, what we're gonna told.
I don't know.
Nate Thomas. Keep giving Nate Thomas some opportunities. You thought I was gonna go with that?
Nah, you two are over
Hey,
there.
hey, we
You
talked
know,
to
beat
Bill
him.
riders
that.
are over there
He got
cooking.
some locker room attention
was-
yesterday.
The
I was
beat
gonna go
riders
with
are over
that.
there
Nate.
cooking, man.
Nate Thomas.
Oh,
Get some Nate Thomas. Give me some Nate Thomas at tackle. Keep running out Nate Thomas. But what we're really toting is Schotty holding guys accountable. He did bench Diggs, okay? He did bench one of those tackles, or both of those tackles. You know, obviously
He benched the right one. He never benched the left
Well,
one.
he benched
That's
the
why I
right
had
one.
concussion.
But he benched the right one. I'm just saying, he's like, you're not performing. You're not playing up to the standard. You're not doing what you expect to do. So we're gonna get somebody who can. We're gonna give somebody a try who can do it. And that's what we're really talking about. Keep toting that accountability, Schotty. Just like last week in practice. Y'all not practicing right. Start this thing over. I don't play that.
that was
This
a funny.
coach don't play that.
That was a funny week because one coordinator got up there and was like, "Man, one of the best practices we had this week."
That was
Eberflus said, "Man, it's one of the best practices we had this week." Deshaun goes, "Man, I had to start practice over. I like the way we practice." I was like,
Same practice.
Sound like,
the same one.
Sound like the defense was doing great.
I was like, "Damn, somebody lying." I was like, somebody ain't telling the truth.
Yeah. So anyway, it's that accountability. You know, Schottenheimer's the vibes coach, the buddy coach, the let's shoot basket and play ping pong and table tennis, whatever y'all call. I call it ping pong. Anyway, he's the vibes coach, right? He's the accountability coach. I get mad. I'm holding these guys. Yes, I'm your buddy, but I'm gonna pull your coattails. And he's been pulling coattails. I like that.
Sneak in a super chat from Captain Thunder real quick. Captain Thunder's here. Why no apology to our owner? You guys mocked the trade, mocked that we would get destroyed by Greed Bay and Pinocchio P. Give Mr. Jones his credit for seeing what you guys did, and kudos, Mr. Jones. Captain Thunder, I would like to follow up your
I think
your
that's
generous
Tad.
super chat by asking you a question. Who did you feel was responsible for that dub for you?
That dub.
Was that
I think Tad is Captain.
was
Thunder.
that Greedy Dak?
Ooh,
Did Greedy Dak?
ooh,
Did the great and powerful Greedy Dak
wow,
overcome Pinocchio P?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pinocchio P had 10 pressures.
Got that victory
And
tie.
Greedy Dak was like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Ding, boom.
dots.
Ding, boom.
Got that victory tie.
Well, shout out to Greedy Dak. Bowling. Hey, Jesse Holly. Tote that thing.
Like San Francisco, it's gonna run. But nah, for me, tote that thing. Like what? Like San Fran. I was running like this.
Yeah, you were running like that. That's why you didn't go so fast. If you got your elbows
Yeah,
down,
look at that right there.
got
Look at
the-
that.
If you would have gone,
Look at them
That
hands
was
right there. Look at them hands right there. You see that right there? Look
Surely,
that thing
surely
in.
that ended in the end zone, right?
if you would have
No.
got them hands
Climb.
down in the pocket, you might have.
Let's look at
Nah,
them.
probably
Let's look at them clowning legs.
Probably why Clowney wish he had legs that looked like mine in that picture. For me, tote that thing this week is Coach Schottenheimer. Continue to go into your bag and stay in your bag. I thought that Coach Schottenheimer called a masterful game.
Until
I thought you were a little bit
You call him a coward, though.
Louis,
He did.
I didn't call him a coward. I thought the play caller was cowardice.
Who's the play caller?
He is.
Okay.
But I thought, I'm not calling the man a coward. I think he's a very brave man, very honest man.
Courageous.
Even.
Yeah.
But the play caller at the end of the game was a little bit sus. But I do enjoy the way that you went about this game. You understood your opponent. You understood what you were up against. And you combated that with the way that you called the game. You came into that game knowing good and darn well that we may not have the horses up front that's going to be able to sustain long blocks. So what do I have to do? I got to get this ball out quick. So you called the plays. You set it up that way. Your conversation with Dak Prescott was, we have to get the ball out. We have to get – and you didn't run all those routes way down the field. You gave him outlets. You gave him security blankets. You gave him quick throws. And you and Dak were so lock in step in the way that you guys called this game. You got your number one receiver out there for that week in Goerge Pickens. You got him going. You got the running game going. You allowed that to get downhill. The Cowboys, I think right now, are third in grading in PFF and run blocking, and they're almost last in pass blocking.
Yeah.
And you understood that, and you still were able to keep a good balance of the two and not cost your team. I do want you to be a little bit more braver and a little bit more dependable on your star players in those tight, crucial situations. Don't settle for the field goal. Go for the gusto. All right, go be a winner. Winners think about winning a series before. You should have been in Dak's ear like, dog, we going for this. I trust you. I believe in you. We going for it. But continue this because you're gonna have another good defensive front in the Jets, and then you're gonna have a good DB on the outside. So your offense still has to come out and still be efficient, effective. You can't turn the ball over. Don't get up for Green Bay and then eat the cheese from there. No pun intended. And then go to New York and stink it up. All right. So keep that up, man. Tote it into next week. Whatever that bag is, Goyard, Louis, Gucci, Fendi, Target,
Trader Joe's.
Jan Sport, whatever that bag is,
Rugged
make
Road.
sure
Rugged Road.
a Rugged Road
bag.
A Mark Weldon,
Mac.
a Mac Weldon bag. Do they have
Your
bags?
best? Yeah, you got. I don't
Mac
know.
Weldon
Maybe.
bags. Make sure those get on the
Game
team
time
charter.
bag.
Make sure that bag gets on the team charter. Make sure it gets through TSA. Don't have no liquids that they're going to throw away because I want everything in that bag when you get to New York City. Boom.
That was a good job.
Thank you.
You wanted Schotty to kind of tote with, sort of.
I just everything
No.
except the little bit. Don't have a level of timidity at that.
Okay, there's a difference between play calling and decision making. And that was a decision that you're criticizing, not the play calling.
Yeah, the play call was good.
was great.
The decision
So decision
was
you're
a
talking
timid
about.
decision.
But he
Yeah, that was he got me right there. That was a good one. I appreciate that.
I
appreciate that. No, thank you. That's a good teammate right there.
Grown man.
Nah, that's good. That's every now and then the grown man need a helping hand. You know what I'm saying?
What we're really
I
seeing is
tickled him. He gave me, you know what I'm saying? I tickled him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He helped me out.
Don't do the tickle game. It's old school move. But what we're seeing also is Dak and Schotty in lockstep. They're in sync. And Schotty was there when Dak had his best year in 2023 as the OC.
Yep.
Even though Mike McCarthy was calling plays. Eskimo brothers.
I hope not.
I hope not. Yeah, I definitely hope not.
I want to meet that.
Mike McCarthy. Anyway, they both love Mike. But what I'm saying is, when they hired Schottenheimer, the relationship with Dak was paramount. It was a huge part of that. And we're seeing that. They're on the same page. The offense he called, the quarterback ran it to perfection. Every quarterback don't run the play design, the play calls to perfection. You look at some other quarterbacks that hold the ball, do what they listen. The game plan is to get the ball out. So we have second and short, third and short, and they did that.
I'd like to give the ball to my.
I know I was trying to get the ball back to.
I'm getting it back. I'm going there.
All right, here we
Give
go.
the ball
I know the
to
time.
myself.
Yeah.
I'd like
Take it.
RPO.
Take it and run with it.
Jeff Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
RPO that thing.
Okay. I would like to tote Greedy Dak.
Oh Lord.
Balling.
Still on this.
Greedy Dak killed it, didn't he? But I tell you, he was worth every penny, maybe a couple more.
Yeah.
Might be time for a raise for Greedy Dak.
Nah, ain't no raise coming.
I'd like to thank Petty P, Pinocchio P, for not getting the job done. I would like to tote I'm going to go back to what Clarence said. Just said, keep doing it up and down the roster. Because another guy who I don't know how many people notice is Sanborn got benched on a lot of passing situations. Shamar James played a bunch of snaps. When they thought that it was going to be a passing play, like his total might have been like 40, but there's a lot of specialty. So I didn't whittle it down. And he kind of lost sometimes. Shamar's kind of lost sometimes.
Not kind of.
And him missed a tackle or two. But, boy, there's somebody that when they got him out there and it's man coverage or it's a blitz, like he had some plays where you go, okay, I see what you guys see in him.
Yeah.
So when you have guys, look, just don't be afraid to do it to your favorites. Because there's one linebacker that ain't coming off that field, and he ain't playing great. But I like that. Now, Wanye went in because of an injury. I thought Wanye Thomas played all right.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to seeing him this week, and it sounds like we will be seeing him this week. But, yeah, don't be afraid to throw Nate Thomas in for either one of your tackles for a little bit. I get that it's blasphemy, but if you don't know for sure who's better, let them all play. Let them compete. They're adults. Let's go see who the best ones are. Let Nate Thomas play some. Get Shamar James out there some. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else that needs to get some of that action? Get Jaydon Blue up here.
I think he might be.
He said yesterday he's getting closer.
Schotty. Listen to the next one.
Schotty!
Coming up next, that's what he said. Stuff from Jerry and Schotty and all the things you need to know about this Cowboy week coming up. It's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. All right, sign up to be a diehard. You got a great deal going on right now. It is for a limited time. You get a free hat, okay? That's a Brandon Bills hat. That's a high-quality hat, and you'll have one of only 50 on the planet, at least on this first run. We got to get 50 of these things moved. So when you sign up to become a diehard with DLLS today, it's $59 for 1 whole year. Normally, that's $79.99. And what you get is an ad-free experience on the website, access to our premium content like the things that Ali and Clarence are writing, things for the Rangers, for the Mavericks, for the Stars. We're cranking back up all these different teams. Let's go. What a great time to sign up to be a diehard for an entire year for $59 and get that DLLS hat for free.
Yeah, with the rope on it.
With the rope on it, which you never know when you'll need a rope. Need a rope. You never know. So make sure you have a hat that has a rope on it. You can get that with that. You can also sign up at $36 for a year for a limited time with our standard offer of a T-shirt from the merch store. And those T-shirts are pretty sweet, too. So go ahead and get yourself signed up to be a diehard, okay? You do that, we get to keep our jobs. And that's a sweet thing. More people sign up, safer we are.
That's so true.
If none of you sign up, somebody's going.
Somebody got to go.
In the chat, who do you think it'll be? In the chat, who do you think gets let go if we don't get enough diehard sign up? We don't have enough income as a company. Who do you think's out of here?
Looking at us, you lose your 2 insiders in the building. So
yeah, I'm inside.
Why you doing it? Why are you dividing? Why are you dividing, Tickler?
I'm just asking a question.
He's up here dividing.
Who do you think
He's dividing.
gets let go if we don't get?
I'm with the white man, so I'm good. I'm with the white man. I'm with the white man. I came in with the white man. I'm leaving with the white man.
Facts.
White man own the company. We are with the white man.
What?
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is sign up to be a diehard.
I'm saying it won't be the show.
Or else. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Let's check Captain Thunder's follow-up. I know Captain Thunder sent us some more Canadian money. Let's hit Texas boy first. He was in there. $2 super chat. Will this be a wasted offensive season? I mean, odds are
2025 Cincinnati Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, only one team wins the Super Bowl. Odds are it's not you, but we could try our best. That's all we can do. Try to get in the tournament.
There's that Canadian money.
Captain Thunder, just a little fight. Okay, he's backing down on how much here. Stop the greedy Dak PR. He failed in OT. First and goal from $5.6 million to fail. Stop celebrating greed and mediocrity.
Oh, he fell from the 5.
Mr.
$60 million to fail.
Well, then wait a minute. Then how is Mr. Jones getting credit if he didn't win and tied? But Dak, who played the best for Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones pays bigger for
tie,
wins, not for ties. Paid him to win, not the tie.
I can't follow you, Mr. Thunder. I'm just not sure where you're going with it anymore.
And just to follow up what you said about Shamar James, he had 26 snaps.
Okay.
5 tackles, 1 pressure.
All right. You've lost all consistency, Captain Thunder.
Austin said John's going.
What?
No, John ain't
I
going
do think John is probably a well-compensated producer.
John's staying.
John ain't going nowhere.
I think John probably makes the
It'll cost the company the most insurance coverage.
She'll cost the most in insurance, that's for sure.
Hey, that's not true.
You're the oldest. They're not insuring you like that.
See, G, we fighting this week. You need to meet me in my hotel. Okay, G.
Whoa, pause.
In the lobby, at least.
What? Hit me in the lobby.
In the lobby, at
you
least.
are.
I mean, y'all are so bad.
Just me.
He's in Jersey. I'm going to Jersey. Meet me at the bar.
I don't understand how
Let's
we're
go
so
me a
forgiving
bar.
of the one man who's been failing us for 30 years, Captain Thunder. I hold my owner to a higher standard. I'm here for wins, Super Bowls, and I do not accept that my owner and general manager is not providing me with that. Greedy J, Juicy J, Jones, Cheap Butt Jones, Loser. I don't know.
Not supposed to call people names.
I didn't mean to.
You're not name calling.
I didn't mean to. It was an accident. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, also the general manager, I'll have you know.
Owner and
president.
general manager.
And the president.
And he's the president.
President too.
I'll tell you, that's a lot of titles. A lot of titles for a man who owns a lot of companies. Kind of busy.
What is shot?
A lot. Asked about Micah Parsons Sunday night and if he felt that the justification for his trade, he said, and I quote, "That's a good test out there, and when you don't have a player anymore, he's lining up directly against you. Plus, you don't have him on your defensive side of the ball. That's a real good test. And I'm glad that everybody got to see it. It left me feeling good about our trade." That's all.
Was it a wash?
The trade was a tie. The trade was a tie. I just want everybody to know that I cheer against Micah. He's a bum. He's a bad run defender. He chokes in the playoffs, and he's not worth the money. I just want to get that all out there. That's all. But if you're justifying the trade, then wouldn't you want to say that we won the trade by beating them at football? Because I would think if I wanted to justify a trade, dang it. If I wanted to justify a trade, I don't think that my defense, which I said is going to be better now and later, being the worst in the entire league, really great justification. For like our defense is going to be better with Kenny Clark than it was with Micah, infinitely worse. Wouldn't that be the opposite of justification for a trade?
I think
Just
you.
in theory.
I think you try. You do a very good job. You try to make
His words mean the words,
means yeah,
and they don't mean the words.
and they don't.
You just be saying
And
stuff.
you try. And you try to have some sort of rational justification of the things that he say, and they don't match. And that is
All right.
if he has a gift, if Jerry Jones has a gift, the gift is to be able to say a bunch of words
Says words.
and a bunch of sentences on multiple platforms, and to leave you so confused that those who are heavy Cowboy favorites or fans,
Yeah.
they just believe it. And those who understand rational and reasonable conversation are just stuck with the fact that he just said a bunch of stuff that I really don't know what he's really saying.
Just be talking.
And so we just wait. Like they asked him on the radio, and it was like, "Hey, Jerry, just help us, sell us this defense." And he just started talking.
Well, he said you saw him get better in that game throughout the game, and they did not.
They didn't
They
get-
allowed to
like,
score
as the
on
game
every
went
drive
on,
in the second
as
half.
the game
They
went
got
on, they
worse.
actually got worse.
He said they got better.
Right.
He just be saying stuff.
That's what I mean.
More stuff that he said though. This one I'm sure makes more sense. Talking about Goerge Pickens, Jerry said, "Now he is an exemplary teammate and exemplary in his work preparation. You can see the results of that out there Sunday.
Mhm.
I'm proud to tell you that we got some outstanding structure in our cap space that'll allow us to do a lot of things. Didn't think we could, but did and will and did and could and will and did at this time last year. We got it. We paid a price for it. We could do it now." Goerge Pickens going to be here long term. It's the first time he said anything about it.
It's interesting to say,
It better
be
be
interesting.
how did that pay a price for this cap space? I thought
Oh, wait, I
They
thought
got-
they just won the trade.
exactly.
What
That's
price-
about-
what price did you pay?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. See, I'm
you
listening.
can't be
See,
making sense of his words.
how you pay a price when you got all these picks, you got all this cap space.
The price we paid is we got better, and that's why we tied them. Is because we got so
Exactly.
much
made
better, but
this
we paid a
trade
price.
to get to get better and to win, right?
Jerry, you need to work on your words.
How'd you pay a price? Where
And
you
then-
pay the price at?
And then he'll spin it because he'll say, "Well, we got better in the interior, the one area where we struggled." So he'll take a piece of it and go, "Well, we got better in the interior. We weren't good in the interior for years." But the fact of the matter is that you're still 32nd, 31st in the league in a lot of defensive
and what's
statistical
Just for now,
categories.
though, you just wait a second.
And what's so funny to me?
It better be
Better
funny.
be funny.
Did they stop the run against Green Bay?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, this whole notion of run defense is so much better. What teams are throwing them on you? They don't have to run on you.
Yeah.
You know, and so I don't really know that you can stop the run when you need to stop the run because they didn't stop the run against the Packers.
I mean, you gave up 320 yards in the air and another 100 on the ground. I think
164 total.
164 total on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jacobs had
that's
90, 89.
Yeah,
86.
a competent
86.
running back like Jacobs and that backup, whoever that no-name backup was,
I don't know.
they was gaining yards.
Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah, who?
Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah, who the hell was that?
44
Emmanuel Lewis?
yards.
Mr. Wilson, yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Thunder's in the super chat trying to keep the company afloat. I am so respected for being objective. I admit he played well. I will call him dollar-loving Dak and remove the greedy name for now. He did pay well.
Well, good.
Play
That's
well.
a start.
That is a start.
Captain Thunder. Look at that growth.
That's
That
good.
is
That's
growth.
growth, Captain Thunder.
Ozzy's in the super chat. He said Clarence has to go.
Whoa.
But not because you don't want him here, but because we need a brick and mortar club pop.
Okay.
Take it to the streets.
Where in Dallas would you put club pop?
City.
Give me an intersection. Give me the cross streets.
I
Harry
don't.
Hines.
Deep Ellum is too young for me.
Yeah.
It's too young.
You come up to Lake Highlands. We got some older
No, I
crowd.
ain't gonna do nothing.
Lakewood.
No.
You going back to Fort Worth, aren't you?
I'll do it downtown Dallas.
Okay.
Right across from here. Right across here. Well, Club 9, let's do it right here on Lamar.
Okay.
Like Club 9 used to be, or Restaurant 9, owned by, what's the guy that used to be with the Patriots? That's now with Atlanta. That's what.
Yep.
Had the red sleeves. I know you're talking about. Don't know his name.
uh,
Yeah,
huh?
Matthew Judon, Patriots fan.
Judon on a restaurant called 9 Restaurant Club. I don't think it lasted a year, but.
Oh, the one right in the corner right below us.
Yes.
Yeah, I walk past all the time. I'm like, this looks like a nice place, but I've
It
never
was
heard of
nice.
it. It must not be
I-
open. Didn't work out for him.
You
I
gonna
was like, they
invite
named
Tad?
it for Romo too? that's what I was thinking.
Matthew Judon.
One more thing. That's what he said. Brian Schottenheimer says rookie running back Jaydon Blue is very close to being active on game day. He's practicing really, really well. But they also said that they think Miles Sanders will be healthy and good to go for next week. So who's playing football? Jaydon or Miles?
You my boy, Blue. It's time for Blue.
Or
It's blue-
both.
It's blue.
What about both of them?
It is time for Blue. Jets struggle to stop the run. This is time to get Blue out there.
I think it's still gonna go on Miles. I think Schotty likes veteran running backs. I think he has a confidence level in the veteran running backs because he understands how they have to pass protect, how they have to be there for those dump offs, the screen game. I think with the way this offense is playing right now, like I don't think he feels the need that this offense needs
We need 42 a week.
another player. I think he likes the way this thing is going. And I also think I think Dak I'm not saying that he keeps any guy off the roster or not, but when he comes to him, Dak's probably like, man, I really do like these veteran guys. I can change the play multiple times. I can have different looks, and I don't have to look back there and go, young fella, do you know? Because veterans don't like that. Like veterans
Until
don't.
he saw that young player catch that little screen pass and
20
weave.
plus miles per hour.
Listen. Right now, he hasn't had a need for that. Like in the sense of everyone that he's given the ball to has stepped up for him.
Right.
So he's not looking around and saying, man, I need that specific thing.
You talk about sustaining it, and every week is different. Every week is his own story.
We
Every
don't
week
need
is
to
his own
sustain.
game.
We need to be better. We need one more point.
Well, he talked about Dak sustaining
point.
Dak carrying them. You need easy plays. At some point, Green Bay was getting down the field easy. You had to work for everything. Everything should be 5 yards, 3 yards, at a time. You need some big plays. So I think as you move forward, let's get some big plays, add more big play threats to the offense.
Joe P said you got to let Booby spin, and I support that. Important. Did I miss one super chat?
Let who?
Make sure I get
Booby.
it. Let Booby spin.
Blue.
Booby Miles
Booby
at Best of Permian. Friday Night Lights. You want to win?
Remember watch that?
Booby
Let Booby spin.
Wow.
There.
He didn't say spin.
Yes, he did.
If you want to win,
Put Booby in.
He had that one too.
yeah. He said
Okay, I
that.
remember Booby. You want to win, put Booby in. Okay, let him spin
Ozzy
too.
said where Baby Dolls used to be at is where we could put Club Pop Pop.
Is that
Mario
on Northwest
says
Highway?
There's several of them that's probably
yes.
closed by
Yes.
now.
Shady Lane.
Is it one of
Okay.
Yeah.
Specifically.
If Dallas with Mars and Super Chat, if Dallas would have scored TD, the overtime rule states Green Bay would have had a chance to score TD. Great idea not to go for it, Jesse.
Okay.
No,
Well,
no.
yeah, but you didn't make them score a touchdown.
Yeah, but yeah.
Make them happy.
They play for a field goal too.
But then you did. I do think there's you could be a coward to encourage them to be a coward. So
They
you can
did.
get a tie.
They both went cowardice.
Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.